Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to all.
Good morning, sir.
You handy.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good. What was the last thing we dealt with in the previous class?
Sir, there was a problem which is solved by
Researcher's
Sir,
perspective.
oblique collision.
Okay.
oblique collision.
Three different perspectives.
Yes, sir, the student, the author, and the researcher.
And the result is important. Maximum angle by which the striking particle is deflected is sine theta is m1 by m2 or m2 by m1.
M2 by M1.
M2 by M1.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Now listen, what did we tell you in that center of mass frame of reference? We said this was VCM. This was initial velocity of the first particle with respect to center of mass, final velocity of the first particle with respect to center of mass. These both will be equal in magnitude provided it is a perfectly elastic collision.
Yes, sir.
I repeat this statement.
Sir, in this case, M1 is greater than M2.
Suppose if it is not, M1 is less, then I will have VCM this way. This will be U1C. This will be V1C.
Yes.
Right? This is what we learned. Provided it is a perfectly elastic collision, this length and this length will be equal. Magnitude of the velocity with respect to center of mass before and after collision will be equal. Is everybody able to recollect this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
One very small, simple problem before we can proceed. Have a look at this. You have a 2m particle moving with a velocity u0, m mass moving with a velocity u0. After collision, 2m is moving this way. They asked you what is the velocity of 2m. It is not head-on collision, but a perfectly elastic collision. Not head-on collision, but it is a perfectly elastic collision. Point objects. Dimensions of the body are not given. All he is telling you is 2m of the collision will travel perpendicular to its initial direction. 2m after collision will travel perpendicular to its initial collision. This is the data given. They are asking you what is the velocity of 2m. Find v final. Question asked is find v final. After collision state of m के बारे में they did not tell you anything. Did you understand the question?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I were to solve in the ground frame, no big deal. It is simple. In the ground frame, conservation of linear momentum is the first thing. 2m u0 minus m u0 is the net initial momentum. Now have a look at it. Initially in the vertical direction, there was no momentum, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Finally, also in the vertical direction, net momentum should be 0. So this small m should be traveling with some angle theta so that its vertical component will cancel out with this vertical component momentum.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So small m has to travel this way. In the horizontal direction, I'll write this like this was 2m into u naught minus m into u naught is equal to 2m into 0 in the horizontal direction plus m into v cos theta. This is my first equation. Everybody okay with this?
Yes, sir.
Vertical direction momentum conservation is 0 plus 0 is equal to 2m into v final minus m into v sine theta. This is my second equation. Conservation of linear momentum along y-axis.
Yes.
In the plane of the board, x and y. This is x, this is y.
Yes.
Now, third condition he gave you is perfectly elastic collision. If he would have given me dimensions, I would have taken the help of small e. I would always prefer small e. Why? That is not a quadratic equation. But if dimensions are not given and point object is given, you are forced to use kinetic energy. Half 2m into u naught square, half m into u naught square is half 2m into v final whole square plus half m into v square. I have three equations and three variables. Theta is one variable, v final is one variable, v is one variable. What did they ask you to calculate? They asked you to calculate v final. Right? I am damn sure that you will be able to do the simplification for all the three. You will do and you will tell me the answer. Right?
Okay, sir.
I will then solve using center of mass frame, where whole of the process of simplification will be simplified. Cancelling out and cancelling out 2 and eliminating v and theta. All I'm asking you is to eliminate v and theta. Eliminate v and theta. You will get v final ka value, which I think is u naught by root 3.
So, in the third equation, you have taken both the components and added them, right? For m, on the right hand.
He's taken the
Third
velocity
वाला
as a
तो
whole.
अब ये बंदा इस वेलोसिटी को हॉरिजॉन्टल एंड वर्टिकल कंपोनेंट में रिजॉल्व करके फिर उसका रिजल्टेंट ले रहा है. स्मार्ट राइट?
हाँ सर.
रिजॉल्व करोगे.
Sir,
$100
$100.
रिजॉल्व करोगे.
100
अरे भाई.
करने
He's
के बाद
asking
फिर उसका
something else.
रिजल्टेंट दोगे. इनोवेशन का भी अपर लिमिट.
Sir, $100.
This is V sign. Now you are asking me if I took the resultant of these two. Yes, I am very smart. Without actually solving, I could guess the result.
Yes sir. Me too.
Yes.
Sir, physics rocks.
Able to handle so much of a smartness. Hey,
Yes, sir.
सर v फाइनल जिससे वो जिस वेलोसिटी से वो परपेंडिकुलर जाता है वो गिवन है क्या?
U naught by root 3 आना है जहां तक मुझे याद
अच्छा
है.
अच्छा ओके सर.
V final, this is the answer. This is what we should calculate. I vaguely remember as U naught by root 3. One student also typed it is U naught by root 3.
Yes.
Simplification is not very bad because here conveniently you are given 2m and m.
Yes sir, yes sir.
U naught and U naught. So simplification is not very bad. All you have to do is bring this to the left. Squaring and adding both theta gets eliminated. जो v आएगा यहाँ substitute करो vf आ जाएगा. इतना तो करना पड़ेगा आपको. I will not do the simplification.
हाँ सर आ गया.
V sin theta, V cos theta, squaring and adding sin square theta, cos
Yes.
square theta will get eliminated. जो v आएगा यहाँ substitute करो vf आ जाए. हाफ कैंसिल कर लो, m कैंसिल कर लो. आसान है इसमें. Now all of you listen. What is the velocity of center of mass in this case? 2m into u naught minus m into u naught upon 3m. You are getting u naught by 3. Velocity of 2m with respect to center of mass. कितना आ रहा है? u naught minus u naught by 3. You are getting 2 u naught by 3. Agreed? VCM. This is velocity of u, velocity of 2m with respect to center of mass. VCM is how much? कितना बोल रहे हो आप? u naught by 3 बोल रहे हो. ये कितना बोल रहे हो? 2 u naught by 3. Here VCM is lesser than this, so I drew it this way. This is the center of the circle. So far, so good.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What you were telling me is this will be velocity of 2m with respect to center of mass after collision. This was before collision. Because it is an elastic collision, this length and this length will be equal. This is what you are telling me?
Yes, sir.
यही तो बताए थे आपने. So speed of the particle after collision, speed of the particle before collision in the center of mass frame will be the same provided.
It is an elastic
Elastic
collision.
Now in the information what you are giving me, technically this should be the velocity with respect to ground. Velocity of 2m with respect to center of mass plus velocity of center of mass. I should get the velocity with respect to ground. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
That you are telling me is in the perpendicular direction. That means velocity of 2m with respect to center of mass should be this way, right? Should be this way. This is the center. This will be the resultant velocity. आपने बोला है velocity with respect to ground will be in the vertical direction. And that should be the resultant of this and this. This is velocity of 2m with respect to center of mass. Velocity of center of mass. The resultant will be velocity of 2m with respect to ground, which is in the vertical direction. यही तो बताए थे आपने.
Yes.
And इसका value कितना पता है आपको? 2 u naught by 3, because this length and this length should be equal, the radii.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो इन दोनों का resultant is this. ये resultant ही तो पूछ रहा है वो.
Yes.
Pythagoras theorem. 4 u naught square by 9 minus u naught square by
Unit
9.
square by 3 का अंडर.
3 u naught square by 9. Root over of u naught square by 3. U naught by root 3.
Sir, magic.
Obviously, center of mass frame of reference. You calculated VCM, you calculated velocity of the 2m particle with respect to center of mass. Now, velocity of 2m with respect to center of mass after collision will be in this direction. Why? Because the resultant should be perpendicular. That's what you're telling me. This V final will be in the perpendicular direction. So this is velocity of 2m with respect to center of mass plus velocity of center of mass with respect to ground is velocity of 2m with respect to ground.
Yes, sir.
Tell me when I can rub the board.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Done.
No, wait.
No, not now, not now, not now.
Okay, cool.
फिर यस क्यों बोला तो सिर्फ
अरे बोला कि हाँ बुरा
अरे
बुरा
माफ कर
देंगे।
दो यार, माफ कर दो।
सर वो हर चीज के लिए बोलता है यस।
ओके ओके, मैंने रब नहीं किया ना, मुझे भी पता है प्रोसेस, मेरा साथ भी कभी भी खेलता है। आई रिकॉग्नाइज।
थैंक यू सर।
Yes, sir. Done.
Beauty in the center of mass frame is his particle is not touched at all. Small m is moving with a velocity v. I found out 2m particles initial velocity with respect to center of mass. Because it is elastic collision, I know the value of the velocity of 2m with respect to center of mass after collision. Abhi small m is untouched. We don't even touch that. Whole of the problem got solved with 2m only. Unless you ask me for that velocity, I don't need it. Somebody wrote, I hope we don't have to put our PCOS profile now. Actually, I don't remember or recognize many of you, frankly speaking. I'm full of one or two students' names I know, I don't even remember their faces. Right? One or two students' names because they regularly talk. You people make them popular. That way I'll remember the name.
Yes sir.
हाँ, sir.
Yes, sir.
सर ऐसा हो गया सर।
So,
Hmm.
so since it's perfectly elastic, so the velocity of the COM remains same. So, but if we try to
Wait, one second. Statement is wrong.
initial and
Elastic or inelastic, velocity of center of mass will remain constant because there is no external force. That has got nothing to do with elastic or inelastic. Center of mass will move with uniform velocity till when there is no external force.
yes, sir, sorry.
Because
Sir,
it is perfectly elastic collision, velocity of 2m after collision and before collision, magnitude will be the same.
yes. So if we
Velocity of-
translate the vector, then the resultant ka direction is coming different, like 2m with respect to c. Initially, it's the straight line, right? And if we try to translate again, it will be parallel.
This will be u naught by 3. This is VCM. Right?
Yes, sir. And
Let velocity of 2m with respect to center of mass. And technically, this will be velocity of 2m with respect to center of mass after collision. So this is V5. This is what generally we do, right?
yes,
Now you're telling me this angle is 90 degree. So what will happen? When I turn this at 90, this is u, velocity of 2m with respect to center of mass before collision. Velocity of 2m with respect to center of mass after collision, 2u naught by 3. This is also 2u naught by 3. Now the resultant is this. This is velocity of 2m with respect to center of mass plus this is velocity of center of mass. In dono ka resultant will be velocity of 2m with respect to ground. That you are telling me is in this direction. Now what do you want to translate here?
2m with respect to center of mass. The one joining with the origin.
Now this vector and this vector's resultant is velocity with respect to ground. So however you take the resultant of these two vectors, यही तो आना है, third side of the triangle आना है.
नहीं सर, मैं बोल रही थी वो जो connecting with the origin है ना, वो वाला जो line है 2m with respect to c.
This one?
हाँ.
इसका resultant लिया ही नहीं मैंने. इन दोनों का
मैं
resultant.
बोल रही हूँ अगर उसको ट्रांसलेट करेंगे हम, like पैरेलली लेंगे ना उसको वापस, तो फिर VF वो it's coming as the diagonal. How do I explain?
You take the resultant with the velocity of center of mass, not with the initial center of mass का velocity.
Okay. So I understand.
Is the doubt clear?
Yes.
We took the resultant of these two vectors. इसका resultant नहीं लिया. So all that we know is magnitude of this is equal to the magnitude of this. That's why you drew a circle with this.
Yes, I understood what you did. I was trying to do it with the initial as well.
Now listen. Way back in one of the classes, when we dealt with the two particle system, I forgot to solve that problem with respect to ground. I did it with respect to center of mass, and then it slipped off my mind. You have taken one mass here, one mass here, applied a force of F, and you calculated maximum elongation. Do you recollect this?
Yes.
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 Call this
Yes, sir.
M1, call this M2. And you solved this with respect to center of mass. After the center of mass, generally I solve even using with respect to ground. I forgot in your batch. Right? With respect to center of mass, to remind you people of what we have done. You said acceleration of center of mass was F divided by
M1
M1
to
plus
M1.
M2.
Yes, sir.
Right? So with respect to center of mass, M1, what did you do? This was M1 into ACM.
Yes.
This was M2. This is F minus M2 into ACM. कुछ याद आ रहा है?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
M1F divided by M1 plus M2. Here also it will turn out to be M1F divided by M1 plus M2.
Yes, sir.
Substitute ACM here and subtract, you will get this.
Yes.
Then what you did is M1F divided by M1 plus M2 into X1 is the work done by this, into X2 is the work done on this. All of that goes into the kinetic energy and hence half K X1 plus X2 whole square. You said X1 plus X2 will be X maximum 2 times M1F divided by K into M1 plus M2. This is what you have done. I hope you remember this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
It slipped off my mind that we'll have to solve this using ground frame as well. Ground frame generally we avoid. Why? Because there will be integration. Why will there be integration? A spring force will come into the picture. But doesn't matter. Have a look at it. What will be the acceleration of one? It will be kx by m1. Do you agree with that?
Yes,
This
sir.
is ground frame. Right here, ground frame. Are you able to see this part of the board?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And two, you are pulling this with a force of F. Now here I am solving with respect to ground frame.
So while you were teaching in that class, I had asked you some question regarding the ground frame, and you said that kx has to be integrated or something. I didn't understand that.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, okay.
Right. A1 is kx by m1. What will A2 be? F
F1.
minus kx by m2. In the ground frame of reference, when will x be at maximum elongation? When both the blocks acquire the same velocity?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes,
Both the
sir.
blocks must
Yes,
acquire
sir.
the same velocity.
सर एक
Now,
बार
what
वापस
will-
बोलो ना स्टेटमेंट.
In the ground frame of reference, when will the spring come to maximum elongation? When both acquire the same?
Same velocity.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
AR is A2 minus A1. F minus kx by m2 minus kx by m1. What is AR? Relative acceleration between the two. Agree?
Yes.
AR I will write as VR dVR by dx. What have I done?
So you have written acceleration as
dVR by
ds.
dt.
yes.
dVR
yes.
by dt. I used chain rule. VR.
Yes, sir. A
dVR
is
by
equal to
dt.
V dV
Yes,
by
yeah.
ds.
Yes, sir.
Nobody has an issue with this. F by m2 minus 1 by m2 plus 1 by m1 into x. So far, so good. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
E, right?
K. I forgot K. Then keep a K.
Okay, sir.
VR dVR is equal to F by m2 dx minus K into 1 by m2 plus 1 by m1. Can I call it mu
1 by mu.
1 by mu.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
dx? So far, so good. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Or wait. Here I will keep it as m only because here I didn't take mu. I should compare the answers. K into m1 m2 upon m1 plus m2 into x dx. You will integrate. Now, interestingly, look at this integral here. This is from 0 to 0. Initially, both the blocks were at rest. What is the relative velocity?
0.
Finally, both the blocks acquire the same velocity.
Same.
What is the
Zero.
relative velocity?
0.
0 to x maximum, 0 to x maximum. Right? F by m2 into x maximum minus k m1 plus m2 by m1 m2 This will be x square by 2, xm square by 2. 1 x maximum will get cancelled out, right? 1 m2 I'll bring it to the numerator and get it married to 0 so that we can avoid one variable. F is equal to m1f divided by m1 plus m2 into k is equal to x maximum.
The 2 times.
सर 2 छूट गया, ऊपर 2 भी रहेगा.
2 छूट गया सर.
हाँ
Two
sec.
भी रहेगा. Awesome, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
एक डाउट है
बोलो.
सर. सर जो सर दोनों वेलोसिटी जब सेम रहेगा तभी मैक्स इलोंगेशन आएगा ना. तो जब वेलोसिटी सेम रहेगा तो रिलेटिव एक्सेलरेशन तो डिफाइंड ही नहीं होगा, तो उसको सीधा 0 क्यों नहीं ले ले
Yes, sir.
यार, को सीधा 0 ले लेते ना.
Only velocity will be same, not acceleration. Acceleration का कहाँ से information मिल गया तेरे को?
Relative acceleration 0 कर लोगे यार.
सर मतलब दोनों सेम वेलोसिटी से.
Velocity without acceleration, acceleration without velocity. Have a look at it. Relative velocity becomes 0, not relative acceleration. I cannot put here 0. Oh, they're two different quantities. A body, when you throw in the vertical direction at the topmost point, velocity is 0, acceleration is not 0.
हाँ सर समझा. I was thinking just of that snapshot. Yes sir, yes sir.
Snapshot में भी relative acceleration
हाँ,
0 होने
वो
का
मैं
कोई
समझा.
guarantee नहीं है.
Yes sir.
At that instant also there is no guarantee that it becomes 0. So this calculus cannot be avoided if you are solving with respect to ground. Hence we avoid this and do it this way. This procedure will not be given in any of the books that you people have access to. Right? All will solve with respect to center of mass only.
Yes.
Right? Students used to insist way back 2007, 8, 9, they used to insist, sir, ground frame mein kijiye. 1 or 2 years I avoided, then I thought, okay, kar lo yaar, taki their doubt will get eliminated. So I used to do it in the ground frame. Your textbooks accessible to you, don't do it this way.
सर ये जो लास्ट में जो कैंसिलेशन है, सर इसमें x और m को कैंसिल किया गया.
हाँ, x suffix m का मतलब x maximum.
Yes sir.
Why did you call it x maximum? Because relative velocity is becoming 0.
Yes.
यहाँ एक xm है, यहाँ एक xm square है. I bought one xm to the denominator of 0. 0 by xm is?
Yes sir. 0.
Wonderful.
So I'm recalling that when you were solving these sums, so you were saying that in COM frame, when about two bodies attain maximum elongation, they are at rest with respect to the center of mass. Why is it? Like, I'm not understanding that.
Suppose you're standing on the center of mass frame.
Yeah.
Right.
हमने इसका प्रूफ किया था सर.
Yes.
लंबी कहानी है.
पर वो जब के 5 केसेस किए थे तब किया
V1
था.
minus V2 is equal to numbers लेके भी वगैरह.
Operate cases.
Do one thing. Refer to your class notes, but I'll remind you of the points. Remember all of you these 2 points. When will I have maximum elongation between two masses connected by a spring? in the ground frame, or I'll make you visualize this way. In the ground frame, do you remember that both acquire the same velocity for maximum elongation?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
So now standing on the center of mass frame, these both, when they acquire the same velocity, with respect to center of mass, they come to rest.
Right.
Yes.
Why? That you can visualize from here also. Have a look at it. With respect to center of mass, what are you getting? This force and this force to be equal.
Yes,
Yes.
So when you are standing on center of mass, you are being told that both the masses are being pulled away from you by the same force,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
right? As they are being pulled by the same force, when they come to rest, that will be the maximum elongation, because thereafter they'll start coming back.
Yes, sir.
So when they come to rest with respect to center of mass, all of the work done by these two forces will go into half k x1 plus x2 whole square.
Yeah, okay. And compression के लिए ये statements भी applicable है?
It will be the same. Only thing I'll have to change the direction of the force.
हाँ, okay.
So that is x1 plus x2, right?
कहाँ पे?
एकदम
x1
नीचे
plus
से हाँ x1 plus x2
x1 plus x2.
Sir, suppose the blocks have velocity initially also, which is not equal. So ground frame will be easier, right? So we can apply the limits.
Right.
Yes.
You'll have to open the booklet. There are 3 problems on impulse from your booklet, which I have to solve. Then I can give exercise 4 as homework. So 1 minute रुको, मुझे booklet खोलना है. Advanced booklet 2.
Sir,
1 second रुको यार.
सर चलेगा सर, नेक्स्ट क्लास दे देना होमवर्क।
yes sir.
हाँ
हाँ सर, मतलब ऐसा कुछ जल्दी नहीं है,
Yes, sir.
आराम
Yes,
से
sir.
दे
class
दीजिएगा।
next class
सर कोई जल्दी नहीं।
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Wait, चुप है, रुको. Class is not at all. Page down, page down. This is over.
yes sir.
Yes.
sir, listen.
Yes, sir.
Question number 30th. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
It is a long problem. Step by step you have to solve. I would say the longest problem in the booklet. Right? I'll give you 5 minutes. I'm in no hurry. By default, everybody will have that as a doubt. Hence, I solve it in the class.
Yes.
So which exercise is this now?
Exercise 4, conservation of momentum, page booklet. Page number भी बता दो.
No, sir.
152 page number. Question number 30, 30. Question number 30, 30. solve the problem. I'll be back in a minute. Right? Don't make noise. I'm not keeping you people on mute.
आंसर चेक कर रहे हो?
Answers बताऊंगा.
सर अभी मत बताओ ना, थोड़ा टाइम बाद. सर बुकलेट क्वेश्चन है तो आंसर चेक कर ही सकते हैं हम लोग.
हाँ, जिसका हो गया वो अटेम्प्ट वो देख ही सकता है, मगर प्रॉब्लम इज लॉन्ग. आई डोंट थिंक दे people do half the problem and assume the problem is over. That's a mistake.
सर अभी लग रहा है वही किया.
Swayam is making these annotations on the screen. Screen पर लिख रहा है. हाँ, मैंने अभी डिसेबल कर दी. Disable annotation. By chance, I forgot to disable your messages. You could chat with anyone. अब आप लोग झगड़ा करना शुरू कर दिया यार.
Yes sir.
तो मुझे फिर वो ऑप्शन भी चेंज करना पड़ा.
स्पैमर आ गया
बोल के
topic
गया.
के नाम.
Generally, I don't forget. I make sure that you can message only to the host. अब मैंने message from everyone to everyone. अब लोग झगड़ा
रहने दो सर,
करना.
कभी कभी
जैसे कि
ड्रामा
ऐसा
होएगा.
मौका मिलता ही नहीं है जिंदगी में, तुरंत पकड़ लिया.
हाँ सर, वही नहीं है.
समय मेरी नाम को समय मुझे ही डाला था. बहुत बढ़िया.
हाँ वही सर.
सर स्पैमर सच बोल के गया आपने.
स्पैमर बहुत अच्छा आदमी है सर.
It's okay, don't fight. Solve the
कभी
problem.
कभी लेक्चर्स में आके टीचर्स को बोलता है कि अभी रोक देते हैं, बस ऐसा हमारे दिल की ख्वाहिश समझता है सर वो स्पैमर.
सर वो स्पैमर नहीं, हम में से कोई बच्चा है.
पता है.
क्या बोला है राणा?
Fine. Shall I?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I can stop the screen share.
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, first thing in this problem is each of mass 2 kg and there is a bullet of mass 1 kg moving with a velocity of 9 meters per second. 9 meters per second gets embedded into this. First stage, no big deal. Students will be able to conserve linear momentum between the two.
Yes.
You already know why you are able to conserve linear momentum despite the fact there is an external force called gravity.
Yes.
Gravity
Yes,
है,
non-impulsive.
फिर momentum
Non-impulsive.
conserve कर रहे हो because it is non-impulsive. 1 into 9 is equal to 2 plus 1 into B common, or I will call it U common. U common will be 3 meter per second. Am I right till here?
Yes. Yes.
Now recollect what happens to this. This is a 2 kg block. This is a 3 kg block. This is given a velocity of 3 meters
3
per
meter per
second.
second.
This is what is happening. Recollect a typical question we solved in Newton's laws. When this is given a velocity upwards, the tension in the string will become zero.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Slag हो जाएगा.
Yes,
There
sir.
you calculated the time of the wedge. Time of the wedge. The tension will again become taut. Time taken to travel this distance, ut minus half gt square,
Yes.
should be equal to time taken to travel this distance, half gt square. Do you recollect this?
Yes, sir.
String
Yes,
will
sir.
now at this instant when you gave a velocity of 3 meters per second, the string's tension became zero. When will the string again become taut? When this travels a distance of ut minus half gt square and this will travel a distance of half gt square. These both are equal. Half gt square is equal to ut minus half gt square. Distance moved is the same. At this instant, string again becomes taut. T will come into the picture. Now this will be gt square is
GT square is
equal
equal
to
to
ut.
UT.
T is equal to u by g. This is 3 by 10. After 0.3 seconds, the string will again become taut. In Newton's
Yes, sir.
laws, you stopped the problem there. Because I didn't know about impulses there. Now
Yes.
P delta T will give this a velocity. Have a look at this. The impulse comes into picture here. Hope this appears straight. Now, what is the situation? Just before the string became taut, what is the velocity? I know that after 0.3 seconds, the string will become taut. This will be T delta T. This will be T delta T.
Yes.
Because of T delta T, there will be change in momentum. Kyun bhai sahab? T
Impulsive
delta T is impulsive force.
Yes, sir.
So there will be change in momentum. Just before the string became taut, what was the velocity? I can calculate the velocity. V is equal to u minus gt. It was freely rising. It was under gravity. This distance it traveled only under the influence of gravity. 3 minus 10 into 0.3. This is 0 just before the string became taut. Just after the string became taut, I will take a velocity v naught. This will also have a velocity v naught in the downward direction. There are two ends of the same string.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right? So how much will v naught be? You tell me T delta T, I will tell you v naught. How will I tell you T delta T?
Yes,
You
sir.
have another mass here. It fell by this distance under the influence of gravity for 0.3 seconds. What will be the velocity here? V is equal to initial velocity here was 0. So this will be gt. This will be 3 meters per second just before the string became taut. Just after the string is taut, velocity is v naught. This step, is it clear to all?
Yes.
Yes.
Problem is half done. Problem is
Half.
half.
now listen. T delta T eliminate karke find out this B naught. How do I write the equation here? Minus T delta T is this is 2 kg. Final momentum minus initial momentum 2 into 3. Just before the string became taut, velocity was 3 meters per second. Just after the string became taut, velocity is V naught. First equation. Second equation here. I'll take everything here upwards as positive. T delta T 3V naught minus 0. Add both of them. I will get 5V naught is equal to 6. V naught is
1.2
6 by
meters
5.
per second. Yeah.
Pardon?
No, sir, I was just saying the answer.
1.2 बोल रहे थे वही same same.
Okay. V naught is the common velocity acquired by both of them in opposite direction because of the impulsive force. अब ध्यान से देखो. This is V naught. This is V naught. I understand it till here. But this mass is 3 kg, this mass is 2 kg. That means this should be accelerating downwards or decelerating?
Upward.
Upwards.
Decelerating upwards. How much deceleration? A is equal to 3 minus 2 divided by 3 plus 2 into G. याद आ रहा है? M2
Yes,
minus
sir.
M1 upon M2 plus
Sir.
M1 into G.
Yes, sir.
So A will be G by 5. Deceleration of this in the upward direction is G by 5. Initial velocity pata hai. How much time will it take to come to rest?
Yes.
Yes.
0.6 seconds.
That plus 0.3 will turn out to be
0.9.
0.9.
Yes.
first bit of the problem. I have no space here, so last step I didn't write. What is your last step? This is the deceleration and I found out V naught. I know the deceleration, I know V naught. How much time it takes to come to rest should not be difficult for you.
Yes, yes.
सर
बोलो.
सर मैंने ये वाले सपोज सर 2 kg वाले ब्लॉक को बुलेट की वजह से एक इम्पल्स दिया और उसी समय स्ट्रिंग स्लैग हो गई और वो अंडर ग्रेविटी राइज करने लगा तो
Right.
जैसे ही सर स्ट्रिंग टॉट होगी 3 kg वाले ब्लॉक को नीचे आना चाहिए ना क्योंकि वो 3 kg है.
See, 3 kg's velocity just before string became taut was 0.
हाँ तो नीचे आएगा ना सर अब.
अरे भाई, but T
हाँ,
delta
sir.
is in upward direction. You are giving a
नहीं आएगा
chance in
नीचे
upward
because 2
direction.
का डायरेक्शन नीचे है वेलोसिटी
Yes,
का.
sir. 2 का
अच्छा अच्छा हाँ सर हाँ सर.
Right? By chance, I have taken it wrong also. I'll get a negative sign for that. That V naught which I calculated, I got 6 by 5 correct. I didn't get
Yes,
minus
sir.
6 by 5. If I would have taken wrong, I would have got minus 6 by 5. People who write it till here and leave it, later on when you look at this problem, you will be in soup. Please complete the problem. I am running short of space. This is the deceleration of 3 kg block after the string is taut. Velocity is calculated as 6 by 5. You know velocity, you know deceleration. How much time will it take to come to rest? Do calculate that. Right?
Yes.
It will come somewhere till here. V is equal to U minus GT. I'm drawing it in the same diagram. U is V naught minus GT. Final velocity should be 0. V naught is how much? 6 by 5. It is not minus GT, it is minus 80. A is G by 5. G by 5 into T. T is 0.6 seconds. At this instant, final velocity will become 0. I would suggest to draw that in the next diagram. I don't have space, so I have written it here itself.
Sir,
Huh.
sir, I was asking that in the T delta T equation, so you have taken the upward direction as
sir, right hand side wala diagram. Yes, sir. You have taken the
I have
upward
taken
direction.
upward for this positive, for this downwards positive. Either way,
but-
you don't have a problem. Suppose you want to take upwards negative. I'll have a negative here, I'll have a negative here,
Yes.
negative of negative positive here. It will be the same. So one complete situation, take one sign convention. As you say, for the complete problem, stick to one sign convention, that would be safe. Because I'm able to see that it is just both negative. If I take upwards negative, this will also be negative, this will also be
सर
Okay, sir.
negative.
सर मुझे ये नहीं समझ रहा, वो 3 kg वाले ब्लॉक के पास आपने जो V0 लिखा है वो कौन सा V है और ऊपर वाला कौन सा V है?
This V is the velocity just before the string became taut. V is equal to U minus GT. From here till here, it is rising under gravity. Tension
हाँ,
became
sir.
0. So this is rising under gravity. So here acceleration is 10.
हाँ.
This V naught is just after the string becomes taut. T delta T gives this V.
अच्छा अच्छा हाँ सर, मतलब
This
वो पहले
velocity
राइज
here is
हाँ,
U.
sir.
This is
Yes,
3
sir.
meters per second. Rising under gravity. G is in the downward direction.
डाउनवर्ड
This part
डायरेक्शन
of
वो
the
0
wave.
हो जाएगा. यस सर. फिर उसको T नॉट मतलब T डेल्टा T ऊपर खींचेगा, फिर से जाके वो 0 होगा. यस सर, यस.
Right. Problem is lengthy. That is where students somewhere in between will lose patience. They'll assume the problem is over here. The impulse produces additional velocity for this, because of which it will go to certain height and come to rest. That is the key catch. Once I know the time taken of calculating the maximum height is not difficult. From here till what maximum height did it go? This distance it went with an acceleration of g. This distance it went with a deceleration of g by 5. Rather, this also deceleration of g. This is deceleration of g by 5. What maximum height did it go will not be difficult.
Sir, when the velocity of block B becomes 0 for the first time, that's when T delta T acts and gives it velocity V naught.
See, when this velocity became 0,
Sir. T delta T acts.
technically it should start coming down.
But
T
tension
delta T comes into the picture
and it gives it velocity V naught, right?
in the upward direction.
And then it again goes up and becomes 0
Right.
in 0.6.
Once the tension stabilizes, fully at once
G1.
machine M2 minus M1 upon M2 plus M1 into G.
Yes,
Because the tension is now active.
Sir, for the first equation you have written minus T delta T is equal to V naught. So can I explain this one? Yes, sir, this one.
Yeah, I took everything in the upward direction negative, downward
Yes.
direction positive.
Okay,
So
sir.
upward direction minus T delta T. Downward direction final momentum 2 into V naught. Initial momentum 2 into 3.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Final and initial momentum, both of them are in the downward direction. So both positive. T delta T negative.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So for calculating the maximum height, we should calculate ut minus half gt square plus the maximum height after it attains velocity v naught,
Perfect.
right?
Here it will be V naught T minus half AT square, G by 5 T square. This height plus this height.
Yes.
Sir, sir, so the 0.33 second which we got, it was the time which the blocks took to get to stay untaught, right?
Last line, your voice was breaking. This 0.3 seconds is the time taken by the blocks.
Sir, it is the time taken by the blocks. So when the string is loose, right?
Right.
Okay, sir.
When the string is not taut. This is the time taken by the blocks to come from here till here,
Okay, sir.
where the string will become taut. Before the string is taut, they traveled for a distance of 0.3 seconds. I mean, time of 0.3 seconds.
And 0.36 second is the time which took the blocks for the string to get taut, right?
No, after the string became taut, it traveled a distance of time of 0.6 seconds for the velocity to become zero.
Okay.
String became taut at one fraction of a moment.
Yes,
Just
sir.
after that, the 3 kg block acquired a velocity v0, which is 6/5.
Yes, sir.
Is this part of the board visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, not completely. Yes.
6/5. And then 3 kg block is decelerating upwards because this is 3, this is 2. It is decelerating upwards with this deceleration. So somewhere up the lane, it will come to rest.
Okay, sir. ठीक.
So 2 kg blocks velocity does not make the t zero because it's in the downward direction, right?
Come again.
So when earlier we had, in the start when we had given the 2 kg block 9 meters per second velocity, the string became slack, right? Because the velocity was upwards. So now the 2 kg
It is
block,
not a 2 kg anymore. It is 3
yeah,
kg.
becomes 3 kg. And
Right.
since it has a velocity, the string becomes slack. But the 2 kg block also has a velocity later on, but that doesn't affect the string much because it's in the downward direction, right?
No. Till this mass and this mass moves by the same distances, the string don't play any role. The tension is zero. You have given a velocity, you made the tension zero. The string became loose. When will the string again become taut? When this distance moved is equal to this distance moved, our constraint principle.
Yes.
So you equated these both and you realize that the time is 0.3 seconds. So
Okay.
0.3 seconds from here, 3 kg block moved a distance which will be equal to the distance moved by,
The 2 kg block.
and then the string becomes taut.
Okay, sir.
Difference between before the string became taut and after the string became taut is acceleration. Before the string became taut, acceleration is g downwards.
Yes.
After the string became taut, acceleration for the 3 kg block is g by 5 downwards. For the 2 kg block is g by 5 upwards.
Okay, sir.
Sir, for finding the delta T for which the impulsive force acted, we'll have to find the tension after the string again get taut, right?
No. T delta T is one quantity.
Sorry, delta T. Sir, if we want to find the time for which the impulse lasted.
Delta T, they will never ask you. It is a very, 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 very infinitesimally short time.
But if we want to
This
find,
T is not the T which is there after it stabilizing. This is an impulsive force, J. Treat that as one quantity called J. Don't split into T and delta T.
Okay, sir.
क्योंकि फिर sir we'll need tension in that short time period.
that will be different.
Right.
Then you know J and they'll give you delta T. Then you will calculate T. Tell me when I can proceed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Done.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Done.
Now there is one problem I believe which we gave as homework and we have to solve that. That is problem number. What was the problem number?
Sir, I guess
Two balls.
28.
28, I think.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Two
Super
balls.
Ball wala. This one.
Yes, sir.
28th problem, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now listen, Super Ball. Now listen, small m and this is capital. Both are falling. Small m is placed on the top of a super ball, capital M. Two balls are dropped on the floor from a height of h. So this will strike the ground with a velocity under root 2gh and it will be rising up with a velocity of under root 2gh. Because he says after the collision, how high does the ball rise after the collision? Assuming the collision with the super ball are elastic and that small m is much lesser than capital M. Assume that the balls are slightly separated when the super ball hits the floor. All collisions are elastic, right? Drop it to the floor from a height of h. How high does the small ball rise after the collision? Assume that collisions with the super ball are elastic. Collisions with the super ball are elastic. That means collision of super ball with the ground. It will strike with under root 2gh. It will rise up with under root 2gh. This will be coming down with under root 2gh. You are permitted to conserve linear momentum between the two. Stick to a sign convention. I'll take everything in the upward direction as positive, everything in the downward direction as negative. You can take any sign convention of your choice. Right? Now, after collision, let me use red ink. After collision, this will be moving with a velocity v1. This will be moving with a velocity v2. Right? So first, conservation of linear momentum. Capital M into under root 2gh minus small m into under root 2gh is equal to small m into v1 plus capital M into v2. First equation, are we people okay with it?
Yes, sir.
Not difficult. Now, small e is v1 minus v2 upon under root 2gh. v1 minus v2 upon initial velocity of this. This is u2. This is u1. v1 minus v2 upon u2 minus u1. u2 is positive. u1 is negative. This step, are you clear with?
Yes, sir.
Your job is done. E is equal to 1. So how do I write the second equation? v1 minus v2 is equal to 2 times under root 2gh. This is first equation. This is second equation. Can you simplify the two and find out v1? Eliminate v2. Calculate v2 from here and substitute. Will I get v1? And then use the approximation. Capital M is much greater than small m wherever required in the simplification. You will get the once I get v1, height to which small m rises will not be difficult. Somebody is typing a message to the co-host and I have a feeling this guy is a spammer. Right? Type to the host, not the co-host. Whose loss in mechanical energy do we have to find? In which problem are you asking that? Previous problem? Previous problem meant net total loss in mechanical energy. One block went up, one block went down. Right? Net total loss in mechanical energy. Hey, something sounds funny. This is on screen share and I am writing something on the board. Are you people able to see what I have written?
Yes,
Yes, sir, we could swap
Yes,
it.
sir.
Sir, we
Zoom
can see.
actually. We can zoom it to your.
Swap the
yes, sir,
screen.
एकदम
मेरे को नहीं दिख रहा
Okay.
अरे swap the
swap होता है
हाँ हाँ कर रहा हूँ रुकना तो आप
आप करके भी जूम इन कर सकते
हाँ सर हो गया
हैं स्क्रीन को.
People who have a trouble, 1 second, wait, let's stop this. They, Question number 36. Question number 36. This is also a tough problem, hence I'm solving it in the class. I don't want to leave it to you people. 36. I'll give you 10 minutes to solve this, and I'm waiting for you.
Sir, in this MT, you'll be having vernier caliper.
Pardon?
Sir, for MT2, we'll be having vernier caliper and screw wheel.
MT2 vernier calipers today. Did I cover vernier calipers?
नहीं पढ़ा है तो फिर
नहीं
क्यों
पढ़ा है
देंगे यार
अरे वही
तो
पूछ रहा था
सवाल
ना,
पूछता
सीनियर्स
सर
में हो गया इसलिए पूछ रहा था.
तो सीनियर्स का तो और भी बहुत कुछ हो गया सब थोड़ी ना आ जाए
Vernier caliper screw gauge मैंने आप लोगों को नहीं पढ़ा है?
No, sir. That's
सर
not-
हमें नहीं पढ़ा है.
सर नहीं पढ़ा.
आपने बोला था
तो
कि जब
दूस-
फिजिकल में अगर नहीं हुआ तो फिर एंड में आप बढ़ा दोगे
हाँ सर आप
तो
लास्ट
दूसरे बैचेस में हो गया था ना, इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा
I
था.
will cover it up in the last lecture before MT. Remind me once.
Okay, sir.
ओके
ये सब सो गए क्या?
नहीं सर।
नहीं सर.
नहीं सर.
हाँ सर.
हाँ, सर.
Sir, can you please solve?
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
waiting
you
for
can
that.
solve now.
Sir, please
I mean,
wait.
I'll solve, have a look at it. I'm stopping the screen share.
Yes.
Listen. First of all, whole of the game here is this mass is m. This mass is given to be how much? 2m. This mass is given to be 3, right?
Yes.
I will call this to be J dash and J dash, which preferably I'll avoid. 3m. From here till here, or seen from the top, this is a horizontal table. When this is moving from here till here, there will be no tension in this particular string.
Yes, sir.
When the string becomes taut here, there will be an impulse of J. Impulse of J. Agreed? If I take this velocity to be V1, just after the string became taut, that is when this came here, there is an impulse of J, J dash will come into the picture. This velocity also will be V1 because there are two ends of the same string. First step, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
if I take this velocity to be V2, I'll take this velocity to be V2, right? Now this was given a velocity V0, this I will call it as V3. So far, so good, yes or no? Say something.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, firstly, before I proceed, all three masses put together along the x-axis, there is no external force. Do you
Yes,
agree
sir,
with
you
that?
can continue.
All the masses A, B, and C, this they called as A, this as B and C. A plus B plus C as a system along the x-axis. There is no external force. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
All three masses put together. So can I conserve momentum?
Yes.
So mv1 plus 2mv1 plus 3mv3 is 3mv0. My first equation. Is it looking good?
Yes.
Cancelling out m, 3v1 plus 3v3 is 3v0. v1 plus v3 is v0 is my first equation, which is looking very good for me. Now, all three masses put together in the y direction. Can I conserve linear momentum?
Yes.
Yes.
In the y direction, clearly I should assume some velocity here. I didn't assume any velocity. I'll have to give that a variable. What shall we call that? VC along y-axis. VC, this is body C along y-axis. What is the initial momentum along the y-axis? Is this part of the board visible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Initial momentum in the y direction is 0. Final momentum in the y direction, 2m into minus v2 plus 3m into vc along y. I took this positive, this negative, which implies I will get m and m will go. 2v2 is equal to 3vc along y-axis, which implies vc along y-axis is 2 by 3v2. I will eliminate it here itself so that I reduce one variable. I am not taking this as a separate equation. I am eliminating it here and I will call it 2 by 3v2 so that I have reduced one variable. Till here, is everybody clear? All I have done is conserved momentum in the horizontal direction for all three blocks put together, conserved momentum along y-axis. This is a horizontal table. So along x-axis and along y-axis, I conserved linear momentum. That's all. Say something.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, something that we learned in a very primitive state when we were just born, length of the string should remain constant.
Yes.
So I took V1 and V1. So I didn't introduce a new variable here. By taking the same velocities, I already incorporated that equation. Now for this, I have to incorporate that equation. What will this angle be?
30.
30. What will this angle be?
30.
Now length of the string should remain constant, right?
Yes, sir.
Now have a look at this. If this is like this is 30 degree, this is 30 degree, this will be 60 degree. Now length of the string should remain constant. Have a look at it. This is V1. If this is 30, this angle is 60. Constraint relations थोड़ा ध्यान से देखिए. V1 component towards the center of the segment. V1 cos 60. Should it be positive or negative?
Negative.
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 V2 cos 30. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now come to this. This is towards the center of the segment. Minus 2 by 3 V2 cos 30. Are you convinced? This velocity
Yes, sir.
towards the center. Now V3 I will resolve along the length of the string. That will be, this angle is 60 degree. So plus V3 cos 60. Why plus? Moving away from the center of the segment. V3 cos 60, right? This will be 2 by 3 V2 cos 30 with a negative sign. Fine with that? Sum total should be 0. This is my third equation and a very important equation. See if all of you are convinced with the third equation. Length of this string I took as constant. You should be 100% convinced with what I have written there. Tell me if that part of the board is visible or not in the first place.
Yes, sir.
Visible.
Now, last but not the least, I have to play with impulse. This is J. In this direction, J cos 30 is equal to 3m into 2 by 3 V2. J cos 30. यार V3 क्यों नहीं लिया यार तूने? Component of V3 along this direction is 0. Component of V3 in this way is 0. So J cos 30 will give me this momentum. Are you convinced with that step?
Yes.
Then J sin 60 minus J sin 30, sorry. J sin 30. Can I call this to be J sin 30? I put negative in this direction. This direction I am taking negative. This direction I am taking positive. Minus J sin 30 is 3m into V3
minus
minus 3m into V0.
Yes.
1, don't take 2, 2 is already incorporated, right? 1, 3, and these 2. You are asking me to calculate V1. It should turn out to be 2 V0 by 19, and it will turn out to be 2 V0 by 19. Conservation of momentum along x-axis, conservation of momentum along y-axis, length of the string should remain constant, impulse. And listen, students ask me after some time, why didn't you write the equation of impulse on 2m? Can you tell me why I didn't do that?
J dash भी आएगा ना?
J dash भी इक्वेशन में आ जाएगा, आपको नया वेरिएबल आएगा, नया इक्वेशन. J dash अगर उसने पूछा तभी सॉल्व करो, नहीं पूछा तो unnecessarily why do you incorporate that? So impulse on 3m only I will take. Reason, I don't want new variables in my equation. If I introduce impulse on this, I'm introducing J dash, I'm introducing a new additional equation. So I took impulse on only 3m, along y-axis, along x-axis. Take a screenshot of this. I need to rub the book.
Sir, just last equation, sir. Sir, so here we know that A will travel horizontally, B will travel like that diagonally, and even C we know. So is it better to take their velocities along original direction only, or break into X and Y like you did? Because that way also we can take components.
You can, absolutely no issue. You can
But
take
the
the
simplification-
resultant and then take it along X and Y.
Huh.
It all depends
So-
on what are you comfortable with.
Sir, but we
Okay,
don't
sir.
know for sure whether it is going to move horizontally, because after some time we know that B is having a
No,
vertical.
listen, this
A is horizontal.
eventually means this will have only G dash. There is no other force in any direction. So eventually this will move horizontal. This will move in this direction,
Yeah, in the direction of G.
right? So uska components ले सकते हो. We have no problem with it.
हाँ, okay.
So basically along string velocity लेने की बात कर.
हाँ.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
please listen to the homework. First of all, I need to discuss two things with you people. Please don't run away. Wait a minute. This is a big problem with you. The last 10 minutes you will start running away. Homework. थोड़ा ध्यान से सुनिए. Assignment sheet which I have sent you, complete.
Yes.
What did I
Subjective
say?
problems also, sir.
Subjective questions as well. Right? Listen carefully. I am yet to teach you variable mass. It will take me one lecture to complete conservation of momentum. Variable mass matlab rocket propulsion. Till now, all masses you have taken are constant. What if the mass is varying? Is to be taught. I am yet to teach you that. Right? First homework, book assignment sheet that I have given you, complete. Second homework, booklet up to exercise 4, question number 37. Exercise 4 up to which question number?
37.
37.
Not 27. Booklet exercise 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 up to 37. Exercise 1 may I told you to leave one problem based on variable mass.
Question 40.
Question
48.
48.
48 except question 48 and exercise 4 up to question number 37. 38 ke baad it's based on variable mass. First of all, is the homework clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
This was our second lecture this week, right?
Yeah.
No,
No, sir. This is first lecture.
Lecture, sir. First lecture.
When is the second lecture?
Saturday.
Saturday or Sunday.
We have 2 more lectures.
Yes, sir. Saturday.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
No,
Saturday.
this is slightly dicey. Listen carefully. With 2 more lectures, in one lecture for me, conservation of momentum will be over. Where do you people stand with the homework? How much more time do you need for the homework?
Sir, exercise 3 तक हो गया.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Booklet.
we are doing the
Booklet
assignment.
पूरा हो गया, sir. Assignment भी हो गया.
Assignment हो रहा है, sir. हो रहा है.
Does that
Simple
mean
assignment.
day after tomorrow's class, I can deal with variable mass and complete conservation of momentum? Then Sunday's class will be taking doubts.
Doubts, yes, sir.
Yes.
That's a
Yes,
booklet
sir.
and assignment.
Sir,
That's a
booklet के
booklet
doubt,
and
sir.
assignment हो गया.
HCV का भी doubts है ना, वो जो आपने homework दिया था, 15 to
sir, बहुत
59, 54 to 61.
Faculty didn't
Sir, वो
complete
दूसरे सर
HCV
थोड़ा
one.
slow पढ़ाते हैं.
Lectures होते हैं. They are very
61 किससे दिया है मैंने?
HCV,
HCV, sir.
15 to 49 and 54 to 61.
Sir,
That's what I'm asking you people. if I finish conservation of momentum in the next lecture, that's variable mass, for you whole of booklet and HCV and assignment, which by default will be homework. So do you want me to wait before I
No sir,
complete?
नहीं कर दो कर दो.
सर आप कंप्लीट कर दो फिर डाउट लेक्चर्स में हम लोग आप 2-3 डाउट
Because
लेक्चर ले
के लिए
लो.
थोड़ा
we are
time
having
देना होगा.
consecutive lectures day after tomorrow and then again Sunday. I see that the time is less. So keep me informed कहाँ तक कर पाए आप लोग. Day after tomorrow I'll finish variable mass. Sunday I take doubts. जितना हो सके उतना. After which one more lecture we will convert into doubts next week,
Yes.
which probably will be on Wednesday only, so that we will be on the safe side.
ओके सर.
तो इसके बाद के रोटेशन टाइम सारा है ना, इसलिए
हर हर सब्जेक्ट में बहुत होमवर्क है, थोड़ा टाइम.
हाँ सर, होमवर्क बहुत ज्यादा है.
You can keep multiple
बता
doubt
दो
lectures
मुझे.
to give us time.
Listen. Sir, we need self study time. आप संडे का क्लास कैंसिल कर दो, कर दूंगा, मुझे कोई दिक्कत. ठंड का सीजन है, मुझे भी सोने में बहुत मजा आ रहा है.
सर संडे का
हाँ सर.
सर ने भी
एक लेक्चर तो कैंसिल हो गया, दूसरा भी हो जाएगा.
अभी कर दो ना कैंसिल.
संडे लेक्चर्स मत रखो ना सर, आप पेज को बोलो.
सर
I don't hear anything.
सर पेज को बोलो संडे को कैंसिल करना.
बाकी सब्जेक्ट्स के बारे में मैं थोड़ी बोलूंगा. मैं क्यों बोलूंगा?
ऑलरेडी वन लेक्चर
आप अपना कैंसिल कर दो ना.
कैंसिल देन ओनली वन लेक्चर.
आप अपना कर दो, हम सबसे करवा लेंगे.
Right. सुनो, तो संडे लेक्चर is given to you as a self study time.
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू
That
सर.
again I will remind you people day after tomorrow. मतलब day after tomorrow, you want me to take doubts or you want me to cover variable mass?
वेरिएबल मास.
बाद में होने
Variable mass.
कर दो चैप्टर, फिर डाउट्स का लेक्चर्स में डाउट्स हो जाएगा. बाकी के 2 लेक्चर.
Okay, then I'll complete variable mass in day after tomorrow's class. Please avail doubt lectures, self-study time. I will also convert one lecture next week into doubts so that whole of the doubts are clear. People who develop backlog in this chapter will be in trouble. 100% I'm telling you, assignment होना है, booklet पूरा होना है, HCV पूरा होना है. Sorry, reverse order. HCV पूरा होना है, booklet होना है, assignment होना है. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much sir.
Sir, so we should do exercise 4 now before assignment.
No, assignment खत्म कर लो, जो आप कर रहे हो, उसके बाद exercise 4 करो. We will follow the sequence of HCV doubts first. If they're over, exercise 1, 2, 3 of the booklet, then assignment, then exercise 4.
ओके सर.
Assignment के subjective questions will be tough.
हाँ सर, खुद देख लेंगे.
Hence, I'm giving you time. Assignment subjective questions will be tough. Hence, I'm giving you time on Sunday.
सर फिर बाकी के सब्जेक्ट का होमवर्क पहले कर देते, फिर वो बड़ा वाला होमवर्क करेंगे सब्जेक्टिव वाला.
नहीं करो.
वो पैर ऊपर सर नीचे लटका दो. बाकी
वो
का
तू
सब
manage.
पहले करोगे. क्या बोला तूने? बाकी
सर
का
इसको
सब
एक दिन में
Physics का
इसको बोलो कि कल ही करके आ जाए, पूरा बोलेगा.
हाँ
कर दो.
सर.
सर ये बोल रहा है कि आप टाइम दे रहे हो तब आपको होमवर्क नहीं करेगा.
तो मैं क्लास एक्स्ट्रा क्लास लगवा दूं. अगर फिजिक्स पेंडिंग रखा तो मैं एक्स्ट्रा क्लास लगवा दूंगा. फिजिक्स करो, गिव इक्वल वेटेज टू ऑल सब्जेक्ट्स. बाकी का पहले करेंगे. फिजिक्स सर डोंट इंसिस्ट ऑन होमवर्क, सो विल रिलैक्स. बिल्कुल नहीं होगा. इज दैट क्लियर?
Yes,
यस सर.
See you people day after tomorrow.
Yes.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye sir. Thank you.
Good day. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.